We're going to dive right in. Give me a big thumbs up if you're ready, Miss Rosia. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and bring on Rosia Minix. Hey, girl.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
I love your froggy. We used to have Mr. Froggy too.
Thank you.
Well, welcome, friend. What we'd like to do is get to know you a little bit. So, how about you tell everyone, who you are and who you were before you joined Preschool All Stars and kind of came into my world? Like, what was life like before, and what were some of the things that you were struggling with?
Yeah, so before I joined Preschool All Stars, I was a daycare owner. So I love daycare. I love kids. So I wanted to be this massive daycare owner. I did. I purchased a daycare center. But soon after that, the pandemic happened and everything crashed down. And that took me into a spiraling down
Yeah.
moment. But I knew that I had to do something more.
Mm.
I told myself, I committed to myself that I commit to my dream of starting a school and I commit to myself to teach.
Wow.
So that's what I started to search the internet for how to teach and how to get back on my feet. And then I found joy. Like so many other people, I found you through this book, this fabulous book, How to Start a Preschool. And my journey began. And I'm so happy that I wanted to do teaching and not just be locked into the daycare because
Mhm.
when I saw preschool, I'm like, that's it. I want to teach. This is my path to freedom. And I jumped in and I've been here ever since and been loving it ever since.
Oh, I love that. So, after your daycare center shut down, you weren't excited to go start that up again? What?
I was anxious to start it back up again. I actually tried to open up an in home
Interesting.
daycare. I got halfway there, but then that shut down because the owner said, "Oh no, we don't do daycare here in our home." But you know what?
Yeah.
That was my ticket. That was my ticket. I knew I was all into the preschool system.
Mhm.
At that time, I was with you for about a year. So, sometimes I was still on the fence. Like some of us, we be on the fence even after we join. We know what you preach, we know what you teach. So we're
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm gonna do it my way. But then
Uh,
when that happened, I said, I'm gonna do it joy way.
yeah. Well, and what I love, Rosia, what you just said there is we all got to come to it our own way, right? Like, so
Right.
some people come in, they see the ad, they get the book, and they're like off to the
Yeah.
races. They're just like boom, 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 and they get their preschool set up within a couple months, right? And then
Right.
others we notice have a different journey where there's some figuring out of your own
Hmm.
life and your own
Right.
path. So, do you feel that's kind of where you were?
Right, that's exactly where I was figuring
Yeah.
out my own path. I
Yeah.
always kind of been like a free thinker, but I do listen and I analyze all the data, and
Yeah.
I was everything that you were saying was measuring up to the lifestyle that I really wanted.
Mm.
I was saying, well, oh, I can make a lot of money in daycare, but in preschool I can have shorter hours, more time, more freedom. I can travel. I can do a lot more things with these shorter windows of time
Mhm.
being open. And that was when I was doing in person. I now jumped into online, done the
Yeah.
online program. I was very, very fearful of that. I was like, I don't know how to teach online. I don't know anything. I barely know how to teach in person. I just learned how to teach my school in person. What I'm going to do online? But I jumped into your online program.
Yeah.
And that's when everything, Joy, it exploded. It's everything just went up from there. Just my creativity level and everything went up when I jumped into the online. So for me, that was even more of an answer because it was more freedom, more flexibility, more opportunity being an online preschool teacher, and I love it.
Oh, I love it. I love when someone finds like their thing, their passion that lights you up, right? That's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so let's walk through just a little bit before though, because I remember there was a time when the Rosia sitting in front of me was not the same Rosia sitting in front of me. So we're going to backtrack just a little bit in
Yes.
June of this year, which was just
Yes.
about, 4 months ago. And we
Yes.
had our Preschool All Stars Live, and it was in Phoenix, Arizona. And so we had all of our All Stars, and you joined us in Phoenix. And I remember you sitting in the, and you were a bubble of energy and stuff, but there were also some heaviness on
Right,
your shoulders. Tell me
right.
about what you were feeling during that event
Mhm.
that caused you to maybe ponder, like, wait, is there something else that I need to work on here besides just preschool and
Right.
business?
Well, when I came to event, I was heavy burden. I had a lot going on in my community and in myself, in the way I think. I had a lot of negative thoughts going on.
Mm,
I was very secluded and just closed-minded to the prospect of even speaking out with others or sharing my story or
yeah.
trying to heal. I didn't even know I was in a place where I really needed to heal or what was going on with me to start the journey of healing.
Mm,
So when I came out there in June, the Phoenix journey, you just jumped right into it and you made us feel so welcome. That was the first day. From a moment from the moment I hit the parking lot, I felt welcome. I felt at home. I knew something was going to be lifted off my shoulders. And when you start talking about the Phoenix Fuel and the growth blockers, that was the first thing you was talking about. I was like,
yep.
what is this growth blocker? And you start dissecting every type of growth blocker that you can have that can be on people. And I found mine. I had
Mm,
two. It was the wildflower and it was the sabotager. And
wow.
oh my God, when from that definition and you are breaking down the concept of what the wildflower is, it was me, a person who was in shell shock, a person who was depressed, a person who was just secluded,
Mm,
just shut out from the world. A person was thinking that, I know I want to do something more, but I don't know how to do something more. And you took that and you gave us the how. You gave us the tools there at the finish journey, how we can overcome those roadblockers. And then you start talking about the Phoenix, Phoenix Fuel, the
yeah.
power habit. And this is my one that I'm still growing into now, that identity slingshot.
Mm,
That is a good one because, like you said, you have to stretch yourself
yeah.
so far back with being consistent in the
Mhm.
things that you do to it become who you are.
Yeah.
You separate yourself from trying to do it, and then that it's just become a everyday habit. It's the everyday you is who you identify.
Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
identity slingshot, I'm still working on. I love that the most right now. I feel like I have overcome my wildflower. I still have one community that I'm working with. I won't say it here on live, that I'm working with to overcome that. But I think I'm slowly am. But for
Yeah.
everything else, I think I have broke through.
You did break through, Rosia,
Thank
100% you
you.
broke through. I remember at the end of the event, like, you were just a different woman.
Yes.
And so I remember, like, you came back and you were like, I'm finally going to set up my hub. Like, you finally
Yes.
had this belief that, like, okay, tech doesn't have to overwhelm me.
Right.
So, without talking specifically about the hub at the moment, just talk to me
Mhm.
generally about tech. Like, in the past, not with the
Mhm.
hub, but like with other tech,
Mhm.
what was so overwhelming with tech and
Mhm.
websites and the ideas that just made you like
Mhm.
paralyzed before
Right.
the hub?
Well, I knew early on in my adult life that I was just a person that could not do tech. Everything was difficult for me, from just starting a email to learn how to do email back. I'm dating myself, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you. And I was like, no. When I heard that it was gonna be tech involved in anything, I'm like, no. I shy away from that. I run away from that. It took
Yeah.
me so long just to go get a cell phone, even longer to get an iPhone. So I'm telling you, when you say tech, that's a running for me. I run. You
Yeah.
say fight a flight, that means I'm gonna flight. I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do? I'm at a crossroad. I have to do something.
Yeah. So, okay, so you had all those, issues with tech, right? And
Mhm.
then you kind of avoided it for a while. But
Right.
how did that work out for your preschool? I mean, if you're going to build an online preschool and you're avoiding the tech, was that working out for your online preschool?
No, it wasn't working out for my online. It was not working out for my online preschool because, like I said, I first came in being in person
Yeah.
preschool, right?
Yeah.
So that meant I just avoided it. I'm like, you know
Mm.
what? I can do the preschool stuff. Moved out the daycare area
Yeah.
into the preschool, but I'm just gonna go all way. I'm just gonna go door to door, knock on flyers. The
Yeah.
straighten your face flyers, all of
Yeah.
that stuff. So I avoided it as much as possible. But when I moved into online, it was
Yeah.
no more avoiding this problem. Like I have got to take this problem full force. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
Wow. So Um, the one thing that I loved seeing your transformation was after Preschool All Stars Live, like you came home like a new woman. You're like, let's take this
Yes,
on. So you immediately jump in. You have the help of Tech Tuesday and Beth in our
yes,
All Stars team and all the All Stars, and you just ran with it. So, of
yes.
course, for those who don't know, the hub is helping you set up your website and
Mm-hmm.
setting your entire business software up.
Right.
Tell everyone what you love about the hub and how it was it really that big of a deal? I mean, or was it all in your head in the first place?
Well, it was really all in my head, but I told myself, well, what did I do? So went back to exactly what you trained us to do. We had the videos, so I started out watching the videos, the
Yeah.
the tech videos. I had to watch it 2 or 3 times because, like I say, I'm not a professional, but who is professional, right? So I
Yeah.
done that for a while. Then when I started getting used to it, I started building questions that I needed answered. So I'm like, you know what? We have Tech Tuesday with Beth. Beth
Yeah.
is the best. I'm going to Tech Tuesday.
Yeah, I
And
love
sure
that.
enough, getting on there, Tech Tuesday with Beth, she have all the answers. There's not one question you can ask that she don't have the answer for. And she was just the best. So anytime I knew I'm going to Tech Tuesday, I know I'm going to overcome those fears. I'm going to get unstuck and I'm going to be able to move ahead. So that's
Mhm.
how I really started to overcome that tech fear and just I started to embrace it,
Yeah.
embracing everything that it can do for me, like the email automations, just running your business in your sleep.
Yeah.
From having the email automations, the marketing strategies. What else it can do? Communicating with your parents, sending out
Mhm.
the text message when you do your Facebook marketing or your Instagram marketing. It immediately notify you. We have lead connector, so that's also have you when you mobile, even if you're not in your office, when you mobile, you're able to see all of that. And so you're
Mhm.
able to see all of your parents, all the information that they're inputting, and you are able to generate those emails right away to them. You don't have to wait. So your system is working.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. You are so phenomenal and everything you've been able to
Thank you.
accomplish. It's like seeing a 180 transformation in front of my face in like such a short time. So for those of the women who are hearing about this and like
Mhm,
maybe on the fence about should they have
mhm.
the hub in their preschool, what would you say to them?
Oh, it's a must. I think it's a must if you in person or online, because this is where the world have already went. To have that the email automations, the text messaging, the communicating with parents, setting up your tour or booking a tour to talk to the parents by phone, or maybe you want to do a video conference with them.
Yeah.
It just runs your business, and it's just so awesome. I mean, I don't know what I could do without it now. I just can't imagine my life without it. I'm so happy. It took a while, but now since I'm there, it's just like the iPhone. Once
Mm.
they say once you buy the iPhone, once you buy a cell phone, you're not going back.
Yeah.
Once you join the hub, I can testify you will not go back. You just can't. It's no going back.
Well, when
Just
it does so much for you, saves so much time, saves so
yes,
much money, and like it becomes now a tool in your business to make
yes,
money. Are you excited
yes.
for preschool club that we just added?
Yes, I am very excited for preschool club. I think that's just the next level, the next tier of just getting parents in the door faster, being able to communicate with them more effective. I'm just excited about it. I'm excited.
That's awesome. Well, girl, I sure appreciate you being here. Is there anything else you'd like to share before you go?
I think I could share one thing. I think that your program is one of the by far one of the best programs to be able to partner um teachers, moms, stay-at-home moms, work from home moms, full-time moms that want to do something in education and want to make a difference in children's not lives, not just only impacting children's lives, but impacting their whole families by bringing this system in that you have created. It's just so phenomenal. It's so awesome, and I believe everyone will have value out of this.
Oh, well, thank you. We are so glad that you're part of Preschool All Stars. So, everyone
Thank
else, if
you.
you are not in Preschool All Stars yet, be sure to go to preschoolallstars.com and jump on in to us. We can't wait to have you and join Rosia and I in Phoenix. Are you coming next year, Rosia?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'll
Girl,
be there.
okay.
Maybe the first one off the plane.
Well, we'll be dancing and partying. So,
Yes.
all right, girl. I sure appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.